Thanks, Femi, and it's really great to be here and to be here with you. It's been indeed a a remarkable year of transition, and truly excited to be able to host this Global Compact Leaders Summit today. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, and business leaders, it is a pleasure to join you all here today. We are gathering virtually at a time of great challenge for business. But if we rise to the occasion, it can also be a time of opportunity and transformation. That is why this 2021 Leaders Summit of the United Nations Global Compact is so important. Events in the extraordinary year since our last Leaders Summit have proven how fragile our systems and how unequal our societies are. Amidst a pandemic, an economic crisis, and a climate emergency, business as usual is no longer an option. Instead, this is a time for ambition. The world is changing rapidly before our eyes, and as this Leaders Summit delivers back-to-back sessions over the next 26 hours, it'll keep changing. In the next 26 hours, around 400,000 new cases of COVID-19 will be reported, and sadly, as many as 10,000 more lives will be lost due to the pandemic. Inequities in access to vaccination and treatment mean that regions such as Latin America and South Asia will suffer disproportionately. In the next 26 hours, even as economic recovery proceeds in some places, the equivalent of 250,000 full-time jobs will be eliminated compared to the pre-pandemic baseline. Women and young people in the Global South will be hit the hardest. In the next 26 hours, tens of thousands of people will likely be displaced from their homes and livelihoods. Most will be forced to move by floods, droughts, and storms stemming from a climate crisis that is increasingly driving migration. But also, in the next 26 hours, all of us here at this remarkable global meeting will engage in a critical discussion about building forward better together. That means that companies, governments, the UN, and stakeholders across sectors taking multilateral action to build economies and societies that protect people and the planet. If the past year has taught us anything, it is that no one is truly safe until everyone is safe. Even before COVID-19, the world faced multiple interlinked crises. The pandemic has magnified them. It has worsened wealth and income inequality, threatened progress on empowering women and girls, heightened the risk of intergenerational poverty. And although carbon emissions have dropped slightly with the economic slowdown, we are still on a trajectory towards a catastrophic rise in global temperature. Nevertheless, the UN Global Compact remains convinced that business, united, can be a powerful force for good. Let us start with the basics. All Global Compact participant companies have made a commitment to follow our 10 principles on human rights, labor, the environment, and anti-corruption. By integrating these universal principles into their operations and value chains, our more than 12,000 business and 3,000 non-business participants are already making a difference. But exceptional times call for exceptional measures. We are now calling upon business leaders to set much more ambitious, measurable targets for sustainability, and we are holding them to account to drive results and report on their progress. Our latest survey of participants in the UN Global Compact suggests that an increasing number of businesses are prepared to answer the call. 70% of respondents to the global survey said that COVID-19 had made corporate responsibility more important in their companies. In Africa and Asia, more than 80% felt that way. Large majorities of participating businesses told us that they had established policies and practices to protect human rights and labor rights. 7 out of 10 had made commitments to reduce carbon emissions. However, most of those companies have not yet established science-based targets for cutting greenhouse gases on a pathway towards net zero emissions by 2050. And so it is on climate and other vital issues, including diversity and gender equality, that a wide gap persists between business ambition and business action. The crux of our dialogue today and tomorrow will be how to close that gap. Friends, it is truly an honor to lead the UN Global Compact at this singular time. I made a leadership transition in a year of uncertainty given the shadow of the COVID-19 pandemic. I knew it would be demanding. Today I look ahead, fully aware of how much work we still have to do, and confident that we will get the job done. My optimism is based on the resolute purpose displayed by the UN Global Compact's participants in 160 countries and by our 69 superb local networks. Over the past year, we have seen more and more businesses taking the lead or collaborating with others on key issues. Despite obstacles posed by the pandemic, we have taken major strides. One huge step was the adoption of the Global Compact Strategic Plan for 2021 through to 2023. The exciting new plan calls for strategic shifts to boost business action on our 10 principles and impact on the Sustainable Development Goals and the Paris Climate Agreement. These shifts focus on enhanced business accountability, global reach, local flexibility, the essential role of small and medium enterprises, and active engagement with our UN partners. Developed in close consultation with our stakeholders worldwide, the strategy is built for rapid progress on bridging the ambition to action divide. Meanwhile, the UN Global Compact is seeing unprecedented growth. More than 2,000 companies signed on during 2020, and an additional 1,600 have joined us so far this year. With participant companies in more than 160 countries and counting, we are intent on further expansion around the world and in the Global South in particular to balance our network and extend our reach. And as we grow, the Global Compact has been moving ahead with a series of impact accelerator programs expertly managed by our local networks. Through the SDG Ambition program, we have engaged in some 600 businesses in 65 countries. They are setting corporate targets directly aligned with the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. To accelerate business action in the race to a net zero carbon future, we have fostered the continued growth of Business Ambition for 1.5 Degrees campaign, together with our partners in the Science Based Targets Initiative. Our gender equality program, Target Gender Equality, has been supporting women's meaningful participation and empowerment, starting at the top in 300 participating companies. And we have been a strong advocate for mandatory due diligence to protect human rights and labor rights in the private sector, as well as business transparency and accountability to fight corruption. Through the new strategic plan and these accelerator initiatives, the UN Global Compact aims to enable continuous, tangible progress on corporate sustainability and responsibility. Because progress is essential for a just, inclusive, and sustainable recovery from COVID-19. Today, businesses must choose between building forward together in a spirit of renewed global cooperation or losing ground by failing to embrace new partnerships and new innovations. By taking part in this summit, you have already chosen a path forward. Let us follow it together for these 26 hours and far beyond, uniting business for a better world. Thank you.